Welcome to Entertainment This Week on your channel that gives you all you need to know about your favorite celebrities. Where do you turn to when you want to get the latest gossip on your celebrities? Most people hit the social media. They go to Twitter, Facebook, Blogspots, and all that. We have in the house today most respected and popular blogger CKN Nigeria. Stay with me for all you need to know on Entertainment This Week.
Nigerian music star Two-Face Idibia and top Nollywood actress Annie Macaulay made sure every single detail tied to their grand wedding holding in Dubai today is of top quality. Guests were invited with a package containing a black invite card with white and red lettering, a small access tag on the yacht where the wedding is holding, and a travel guide, all contained in an expensive box with chocolate dressing. After having a 130 million naira traditional wedding recently, the couple flew an entourage consisting of family, friends and well-wishers to Dubai for the white wedding to hold on a luxury yacht. It's a strictly by invitation wedding, star-studded with superstar singers and entertainers in attendance. Stay on this channel for all the juicy details. The long-awaited official first single of Lupi Music CEO Emaya Baga, Chairman, is already making waves, and it made history in the Nigerian music industry by streaming live to a global premiere across every online portal, social networks, TV and radio station. Emaya Baga was joined by Agbani Darego from New York, Ice Prince, and millions of fans using the Google Plus Hangout format. Chairman is produced by E. Kelly and mixed by Shayman. This is the first single of his upcoming album, due out in 2 months. Talented rapper Jesse Jagz and brother to Emaya Baga has left Chocolate City record label. He made this known in a statement saying his exit from the label is voluntary. He said after his initial 2-year contract agreement with Chocolate City, he does not wish to renew the contract and as such has proceeded to continue his music career with a new team at Jesse Jagz Nation. He claims to still maintain a cordial relationship with the management of Chocolate City and his former label mates. Jesse Jagz promised to be out with a new album, Jagz Nation Volume 1, in July. Bollywood actor Sanjay Dutt has been sentenced to 5 years jail by India's Supreme Court on Thursday for possession of illegal weapons in a long-running case linked to the 1993 Mumbai bombings. The 53-year-old actor is popular for his role as a do-good gang star in the Munabai films. He was sentenced to 6 years prison in 2007 for acquiring illegal weapons from the men convicted for the Mumbai attacks that killed 257 people. But he appealed against the sentence and was released on bail pending a further hearing. Now the court rejected Dutt's final appeal and ordered him to return to custody in 4 weeks' time. Sanjay Dutt, one of Bollywood's biggest stars, said he was shattered and in emotional distress after he had suffered for 20 years and already spent 18 months in prison. His lawyer told reporters that the length of sentence had come as a shock to Dutt, who has continued to make a long list of films despite the legal action against him. The actor is currently shooting for a new film, Police Giri, and was due to reprise his role in a third Munabai film later this year. Beyoncé's new song, Bow Down I Been On, dropped last weekend, and fans praised the tracks for its empowering lyrics and aggressive departure from the singer's past pop hits. Bow Down features the singer defiantly repeating the lyric, "Bow down bitches," in full-on Sasha Fierce mode. Another line seems to reference husband Jay-Z, "I took some time to live my life. Don't think I'm just his little wife." Some of her fans love the song, but some are angry over what they perceive to be an anti-feminist message out of sync with Beyoncé's personal brand of empowerment. The Hit Boy produced Bow Down is Beyoncé's first new material since her 2011 album 4, released before the birth of her daughter Blue Ivy. Coinciding with her 5th studio album, she launches her Mrs. Carter World Tour on June 28 in Los Angeles. A 1,000-year-old Chinese bowl that was bought for a few dollars at a garage sale in New York State sold for more than $2.2 million at a Sotheby's auction. An unnamed New York family bought the Ding Bowl, which is from the Northern Song dynasty, for no more than $3 in 2007 and displayed it on a mantelpiece with no idea as to its real worth. After consulting with experts, the owners consigned the bowl for auction. Sotheby's estimated it would sell for $200,000 to $300,000. London dealer Giuseppe Eskenazi paid $2.225 million, including commission for the bowl, which measures just over 5 inches in diameter at the auction in New York City. Sotheby's said the only known bowl of the same form, size, and almost identical decoration has been in the collection of the British Museum in London for more than 60 years.
A lot of things are happening in the music industry in Nigeria. And with me to discuss all these happenings is CKN Nigeria, Chris Kende Nwandu. Did I get it right?
Nwandu.
Good. Welcome.
Good. Thank you very much. It's nice to be here.
Okay.
Yes.
And the first thing I want to talk about is like one of my favorite topics as a lady, weddings.
All right.
Two-Face Idibia's wedding, which is coming up.
Yes.
Spending so much, about 50 million naira, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you could, you have some things that you could let us know, being a respected blogger and all that.
Yes, as for Two-Face, a lot has been happening. Let's move back a bit. He had his traditional wedding in Akwa Ibom some days back. During which he was given 2 Prado Jeeps by the Akwa Ibom State Governor, Gospel Akpabio, who also gave him 3 million naira. Apart from that, the governor is also going to send about 29 Akwa Ibom citizens to go and witness the wedding free of charge.
Have you noticed that it's like the rich people they get most things free?
You
might be surprised that wedding, he spent very little of his own money.
No, even in the Bible it was said that the rich will get richer and the poor will get poorer. So some others will have them. Anyway, so that's the first part of it. Now, the whole thing is now shifting to Dubai this Sunday.
Yes.
And a lot of guys have already moved.
Yes, I saw some pictures of them.
Yes, already a lot of guys have already moved.
The desert safari.
Yes.
And he said also, he was looking at 250 guests.
Yes, they are looking about 250 to 300 guests. So it's going to be a big one. And most importantly, you said 50 million. That's conservatively. Because, yes, it's conservative because if you look at flight tickets, return ticket from here to Dubai, depending, I believe they're going by Emirates, and the hotel rates and the rest of them, then entertainment and the rest of them, it's going to be over 50 million.
Wow, if I could just be a fly on the wall, just to be there.
Yeah, and the question I asked yesterday on my blog is, what of the other wives? Are they going to invite them to the weddings? Nobody have answered me since yesterday.
They're not wives.
Okay, the mother of the children.
The baby mamas.
I just asked the question, and people are still saying, CKN, you want to keep people, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But ordinarily, I would have invited them if I'm in his shoe.
Okay, now let's really talk about music.
Okay.
MI has released like an album after such a long time. Have you listened to any song?
I have not, but I've heard so much about it, and I've heard so many reviews. And according to MI is a multi-talented artist. As far as I'm concerned, he's the best rapper in Nigeria. Whatever. Yeah. He's small and mighty. And whatever comes out of it. And even when people say he has not released the music and I say, no, the guy has been in collaboration with practically every artist in Nigeria all this while. So anything that comes from him is always good. And I don't expect anything less from him.
I've been hearing a lot of news about his single, Chairman.
Yeah.
People are saying they like it, and some people are saying
no, but no. You know, one thing with music, I used to be the artist and promotions manager of Sony Music for over 7 years. I was I was managing over 15 artists in Nigeria when I was at Sony Music Nigeria. And so I know everything about music and music promotion and the rest of them. Most of them, they're not. When an album comes out just like there'll be mixed reviews. It's always like that. Not everybody. I used to talk of a particular music that really touched me when I was in promotion. I was a promotions manager in those days. I remember when Busta Rhymes came up with yo, and I was with Kenny Ogumbe. He just came back from the state then, and we were that was when they were starting the primetime stuff. Yeah. And Kenny was just saying we should listen. Kenny, myself, and D1, He said, we should just listen to this music I just bought from the States. And I said, this is rubbish. He says, okay, you don't know what you're talking about. I said, this is rubbish. Nobody will listen to it. My dear sister, they flogged that music for 2 weeks. And I was one of the greatest fans. So it is always like that. So
music, it just has to grow on you.
It just have to grow on you. By the time you start hearing it, it sinks. And people get used to it. Yeah. So, but I don't expect anything less from him.
Definitely. I can't wait to get the full album.
No, I can't wait.
And now Emma is from Chocolate City.
Yeah.
And so is his brother, Jesse Jaggs.
Exactly.
Who just released a statement recently saying that he has left the label because he feels his interests are not being properly represented.
No, but it's always the case. When you have, you also remember the problem with D'banj and Don Jazz in those days, where people just feel, oh, it's supposed to be a music label, but all concentration was on D'banj. Yeah. And most of the artists were complaining, why is it only, even one day, call and dress when we now left, all the young guys, it's always like that.
There has to be a star of a record label, I guess.
When the big masquerade is within the premises, the smaller ones just keep quiet. Yeah. Okay, and and it's also even in football. Okay, you see a very talented player playing for either Chelsea, Arsenal, or Man U, but because he's not getting regular. There are so many stars that by the time they remove it and say, okay, that's why you see them. They say, we loan you to so club in Turkey. We loan you to so club, and he goes there to shine, and that kind of stuff. So if he's leaving, I wouldn't blame him. He has a life of his own, and there are so many stars in that place. So if you're not finding his fit, I don't blame him for leaving. I was in charge of the promotion of the first mega album by Lagbaja, Kulu Tempa. I was the one that handled everything about. And before then, Lagbaja was practically unknown. Yes, he was practically. In fact, I think some months before that album, he was playing somewhere and they were stealing with Pure Water and rest of them.
Wondering, okay, who is this guy covering up himself?
And they were saying, no, they are not going to them. We stuck onto our plans, which my Sonny Missy just gave me. CKN, just go ahead with your promotional plans. We believe in you and understand. And we took it within 2-3 months. He became a big hit. So that is what happened. So most often than not, if you ask a normal artist that released an album, you say, when we are doing this album, which do you think would have been the best? Or you say, I didn't even know. Because the one that you think was your best, ordinary will not be the one that people will
think that will not
and
be.
that will not be, and before you know
people can be so unpredictable.
Exactly, very, very unpredictable.
Anyway, we wish Jesse Jaggs the best, and we hope to see more of him.
He's a talented artist. I believe in him, and I'm sure he'll go places.
And now let's go beyond the shores of Nigeria and talk about Beyonce.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of controversy surrounding her lately. First with the baby drama, was she the one giving birth to the child? And finally that got over. Then now they're talking about the lip-syncing thing. That one is now over. And they've still talked about the Super Bowl performance. Some felt it was too noisy.
Exactly. Exactly.
And now she is in the news again for a single that she released online. And it had some, it had the B word that is really not suitable for someone we feel, of her class, her caliber. Is like someone like the late Whitney Houston, so rest in peace, singing that kind of song, You just feel, how can this kind of person sing that?
Exactly.
It's bow down, the B word. And she has received a lot of flack from her fellow celebrities.
Exactly.
What do you think would drive Beyonce, who is 31 years old, to sing such a song?
My dear, everything about showbiz is razzmatazz. Okay? The day you stop becoming relevant within this thing, you're dead. I remember watching up what Peter told me once when he was still with Sony Music, when I was managing. And that was when we had the issue of the sooner recover kind of thing. And it was a big media thing. And everybody was shouting, oh, that. I just say, Chris, you know what? The day they stop talking about you, you are dead. And that's showbiz for you. So
she's trying to remain relevant.
You must remain.
She doesn't have an album.
Why do you think that Michael Jackson was so great that he would be changing his hair, changing his skin? No. It's part of showbiz. People must have something to say about you.
So
okay? And that is
there's no bad press, really?
No, there's no. Promotion is promotion, whether negative or positive.
But don't you think it will affect maybe the love her fans have for her?
It won't, my dear, it won't. When people like you or they love you as a person, whatever you do, whether you are doing that, they will always stand by you and they will always be there for you. So ordinarily, I just believe that it's just a hype thing, and there must have been instances where she just thinks that she's not getting it right and the rest of them, and it's up to pep up her publicity. And before you know it, she'll start getting the endorsement. Don't forget that most of these things are also based by the number of hits on your Twitter, number of hits on your Facebook,
Serious?
and the rest of them. Those
and
are
at the end of the year, you find out that one of the most talked about people.
He most talked about people. He's smiling to the. She's smiling to the bank.
Yes.
So most of these things that you look at are just. If she didn't do that, we'd be talking about it.
Yeah.
Good.
So CKN, let's talk about you. You are a blogger.
So they said.
And I just wonder, how did that idea come to you? What made you think you could be a good blogger? How did you decide to enter into this kind of journalism?
First and foremost, do you think I'm a good blogger?
Yes.
Good. Okay, so we'll take it from there. Now, anyway, the idea behind a CKN Nigeria blog, first and foremost, I'm a trained journalist. Okay. And that's what differentiates people like me from every other person you see online. I'm a postgraduate student of Nigerian
One
School
of the
Journalism.
few people actually doing what he studied.
Professionally.
Yes.
Professionally. Then, you know, so the whole idea came up some months back. You know, when people hear us, they say, "Oh, CK, it must have been there." We are less than a year. You'll be shocked, okay? But we have one of the biggest hits in the country, and outside the country. That's some months back, as far back as August last year, the BBC rated us as one of the biggest blogs, newsline blog, coming out of Africa, not Nigeria. Yes. So,
kudos to you.
Yes, but generally, the whole idea is that we were looking for ways of projecting Nigeria as a country, unlike what is obtainable. Most often than that, we also realize that news, as it emanates from here and see from the outside, is always negative. No, what they say about us, negative. Nobody says about the positive side of us. Okay, so we were looking for a platform where we can be able to showcase Nigeria to the outside world and those within, especially Nigerians in the diaspora, who are limited by news.
Okay, so when you say we, that means it wasn't just like your decision.
No. When I say we, it's an organization. CKN Nigeria is not just about me. Although it's CKN means Chris Kennedy one, which is my name, but it's not just about me. The whole idea is to be able to give Nigerians latest news as it unfolds, any given time.
And unbiased.
Very, very unbiased. And wherever we make a mistake, we tell you we've made a mistake and we correct immediately. And probably we are the only platform in the whole of Nigeria that always go online on BlackBerry, Twitter, in WhatsApp, and whatever application at every given point in time. If you are hooked to us on BlackBerry, you get us immediately. If you are hooked to us, and you know that news is moving away from the conventional ways to what we call social media. That is where it's happening. That is where you just have your BB. As we are here, you know what is happening. Okay? As I'm just walking, I've just told that one big evangelist has just died. And that's just it. And before you know, it was just broadcasted and over close to how many people across everybody. Unlike the news media, we want to, the television might just wait till 9 o'clock. They have to wait till, most of the time you don't even go for breaking news. So might wait till 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Newspaper has to wait till the next morning. The radio have to, because they already have
news
instant in real time and rest of them. And that's what people want to know, and that is where it's moving to, and that is how
thank you so much, especially those of us, we Nigerians, for because we definitely need a champion, you know, someone to really put our best face to show.
Definitely. Thank you.
I know you've done a lot of controversial stories.
It's normal. It's normal.
And I wonder, can you remember any story that kind of put you in trouble?
Well, trouble, quote and unquote, the fact is that if you have your facts, you don't have nothing to fear about. But people always feel threatened when you write certain things about it. It's just normal. There are so many, I don't even know which one to start. And I remember one of the ones that we wrote, and we said about the, is it Alhaji Shaba? I have forgotten his name now. The man that had about 87 wives or 97 wives that stays in Suleja or somewhere in Niger State.
I remember that.
When somebody called us and told us that the man was dead. Okay? And we have close to 1,500 eye reporters across the globe, all over the world. In the US, anywhere in the world, we have eye reporters who report for us. And when they report, we try as much as possible to verify whatever they tell us before going on there. So this person told us, it just happened that they saw the corpse and blood that we just believed, and we went to air. And I'm telling you that within an hour, everywhere across the world, they've already carried that the man was dead. The man that had 85, what will happen to 100 or 200 and something children, what we have, and
so
you know that kind of thing.
So it just goes to show a lot of people are depending on your news.
A lot. Television, radio, newspaper, name them. A lot of them depend on us for news. And after, no, it is. And after about 3-4 hours later, someone just called me because unlike so many other blogs that I see, our number is there. That is what makes us very authentic. The number, you see our number there. You can always call us at any given time. People call us, oh, we read so we need more, we give you the information and the rest of. So it's not like it's something that is blindfolded, okay? And the guy say, who is speaking? He say, are you so? He say, yes. He say, I'm allergic, so. I say, it's not true, sir. You are dead, sir. He say, I'm not. Dead. He say, you are, who, am I dead? He say, my you know that kind of stuff. And we spoke at length, and I told the man that we are very sorry. Oh. You know, that kind of thing. He said, we should try this story. And within an hour, we returned. And since then, we've been talking. Most often, what differentiates us from others is wherever we see with eggs, we give everybody the right of reply. You understand that kind of thing? So there has never been any serious threat because most often than not, 96 to 97% of all our news is always correct, right. It's always spot on. Because we go the extra mile to make sure that we confirm this thing. Anyone that we are not too sure about, we don't use. No, we don't use.
That's just one challenge. Are there any other challenges that you face as a blogger?
No, the main challenge is because it's online. We always have a problem with connectivity. It's always problem. You know, the same problem you are going to have. We have all the networks. We have all the networks as our internet servers. But most often than not, the challenges that comes with it, you just say that you want to upload. It's a very, very huge problem. You want to upload, you can't upload. You want to send me read videos, a lot of stuff. So you get, at times, all of them will collapse at the same time. And there's a breaking news that you want to upload. You just can't find a way out of it. And because our news is news on transit, what we call mobile news. Okay, at any given point in time, you don't need to go to a cyber cafe to go and sit down, start looking for how you want to use, and that kind of thing. So that is part of the frustration. That is one. Then secondly is also, most often than not, people don't know the effort we put in. Okay, what they just say you're a blogger, they term everybody as a blogger. It's not. There are bloggers and there are bloggers. You understand what I mean? There are bloggers and there are bloggers. There are people doing it professionally, just as we are doing, because you'll be shocked by the number of hits you get every day. Our number one readers are from the UK, not even Nigerians. Nigeria falls into the number 3 at any given point in time. I'm telling you, our number 1 is always from the UK, United Kingdom.
You have to think about they have more access to internet.
That is it. Then the second is the US and Canada. Then Nigeria comes third, but that is understandable because of access to information.
Yes.
So when you have any news you are giving, you have to be able to know the audience you are addressing. Okay, most Nigerians in the diaspora who wants news about Nigeria, but want it from a perception that they can easily understand, appreciate, and also share with their friends. Those are the kind of things we are looking at.
And with all this hard work that you put in, I wonder, do you really make millions like, Linda Ikeji's blog?
Right, Linda, my very good friend and sister Linda. Don't forget that Linda has been in this business for about 5 years. About 5 years. Yes, Linda has been. People don't know. Linda has been blogging for close to 3, 4, 5 years now. Yeah. Okay, so she's already, CKN is less than a year.
And you've made a lot of progress.
And we made a lot of progress. But being that as baby, we are making money. Sincerely, there is money to be made. What you need to do is to be able to channel yourself, as I said, focus on what you're doing, get your target audience and the rest of them. And people see what you're doing that is right. They will advertise. If you go to our site, you see the Dangotes, you see so many organizations. Yes, there. They pay, and they pay us in millions as well, okay? But you just have to be able to sustain that credibility and creativity, yes, and be able to sustain the situation, because whatever they advertise on your blog is going to rub off on their product, either negatively or positively.
So you have to be very,
very careful.
Make sure your reputation is...
Exactly. That is what we say. When people go there and they continue to say, oh, it's a lie, it's a lie, it's a lie, it's a lie. An organization like that wouldn't want to advertise you. They won't want to. So we are smiling. But it can be better.
Yes, it will be better.
It will be better by the grace of God. It will be.
And then finally, you are a news guru. I'd say sort of a news guru, but actually you are really a news guru. And I just want to find out, where do you think the Nigerian entertainment industry will go in, say, the next 10 years?
Nigeria, for now, is the maker of music in Africa. Just as with the maker of movie. That is an industry where we've already made our mark, okay? But what I also need to say is that the practitioners are not being encouraged enough by the government. Piracy is killing the industry itself, a big deal, okay? Piracy, so many, you see these guys doing a very beautiful job, doing the rest of them, and they're making next to nothing. That's why you see one of them say, oh, I had a wonderful album. You see him jumping Mulwe. Or see him the next, in Abuja here.
His song is
his
like
a national anthem. It happens. You understand? So there must be, we must be able to put incentives there for them to benefit from their hard work. The relevant government agencies, Copyright Commission and the rest of them should be able to stand up to their responsibilities and make sure that these guys get the rewards for their efforts and the rest of them. That is the only way the industry can grow.
It's like the industry is growing so rapidly. We don't seem to be
we are not matching up to it. Yeah. We are not matching up, and it's very, very bad. And like,
what is only going to get bigger.
No, it will. It will get bigger because the younger ones are coming, more talented artists will always come, and the rest of them, and we just have to give it to them, but we must give them the platform to be able to showcase. Why don't ask yourself, why haven't we seen a Nigerian winning an Oscar with all how big we are in Nollywood? And
there's actually a category for that, for foreign movies.
Then what? Yes, for music also. For foreign music. For foreign music. Even in Oscar, there's a category for I think Afro, whatever. Why haven't we? That means we are just tapping. What we are just doing is we are just scratching. You know, ours is more of quantity, less of quality. Yes, less of quality. And I think it can always go if both the private sector and the government can come in to be able to say. Every day we hear the government has released 3 billion. I was with Shegun Arinze 2 days ago, and I was like, boy, I heard say they don't give them 4 billion. Say, Chris, where am? Throughout my 3-4 years as the president of Actors Guild, I never saw a kobo. And they said they were giving us. So that is kind of this thing. To access that fund, you go through so many Godos and the rest of them. At the end of that, it's not even what's your problem. And so the Bank of Industry and other relevant agencies that we are mandated to look at this fund and be able to manage it for the industry should be able to rise up to their responsibility and make sure that this money really get to the right people so that we can have a bigger eye with the industry.
Let's hope so.
We pray so.
Thank you so much for coming to the studio again. It was an honor to have you, and it's nice to pick your brain about these issues.
The pressure is mine. The pressure is mine. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And let me say, you guys are doing a wonderful job on this program.
I
watch you regularly, and you are doing a wonderful job. You can only get better.
Definitely.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Join us again next week for all you need to know on your favorite channel, NTA Entertainment. Bye.